First of all, I would like to extend my congratulations to all the participants who have assembled here today to attend today's lecture session on the topic old tax system versus new tax system. As far as the old system of taxation is concerned, this system of income tax has been prevailing even till today, and in fact, the SSC concerned is supposed to pay income taxes at a comparatively higher rate, you see. In fact, the amount of exemption limit is equal to rupees 2,50,000 in general cases, then rupees 3 lakh in the case of senior citizens, and then it is rupees 5 lakh in the case of super senior citizens who have already attained the age of 80 years or more. Now, since the SSs who are operating under the old tax system are actually paying income taxes at comparatively higher slab rates. At the same time, all of them are eligible to claim a number of deductions and exemptions available under the relevant sections of the Income Tax Act. For example, under Section 80C, you see, suppose an individual SSC has been able to make a number of savings or investments during the relevant previous year, then naturally, in this case, the total amount of deduction available to him under Section 80C would be taken will taken as up to a maximum limit of rupees 1,50,000. Then as far as medical insurance premium paid or medical expenditure incurred by the SSA for himself or his family members are concerned, then again a certain amount of deduction will be available to him under Section 80D. Then with respect to various kinds of donations or eligible donations made by donations, contributions, etc., made by the SSA to certain specified funds and institutions, deduction under Section 80G will be provided to the SSC. As far as various kinds of exemptions available under the old tax system are concerned, for example, if the SSC is being granted certain amount of housing allowance, then naturally some amount of exemption on such HRA or a house rent allowance will be provided to him as per the rules of income tax applicable in this case. Suppose the individual SSC or members of HUF, etc., they all are being granted certain amount of leave travel concession, no? Then again certain amount of exemption will be granted to the concerned SSC as per the income tax provisions or rules. There may be other kinds of exemption also. For example, if the individual SSC has taken certain amount of house loan, then naturally in this case, exemption will be provided to him under Section 24B up to a maximum of rupees 2 lakh, I mean. So a number of exemptions and deductions are provided to the SSC who is actually operating under the old tax system, but at the same time, it is clearly provided in the income tax law that the SSC concerned has to pay income taxes at a comparatively higher rate. Now, coming over to the new system of taxation, that was actually enacted with effect from the assessment year 2021 and 22. You see, this new system of income tax is actually known as the alternative tax system or ATS. You see, this new system was introduced by the Finance Act of 2020, and in fact, it has been made applicable with effect from the assessment year 2021 and 22. Now, this new tax system should be treated as a default tax system in the sense that this system of taxation will be naturally applicable to each and every SSU SIM unless the SSC actually decides otherwise. I mean, if a particular SSC is willing to switch over to the old system of income tax, then naturally he can do so, but he must exercise this option at the time of filing his income tax return. As long as the old system of income tax has not been opted with SSC specifically, specifically in its income tax return file, you see, then naturally it will be presumed that the SSC will continue to pay taxes as per the new system of income tax. Now, the important question arises as to out of these two different systems of income tax, which one should be treated as more beneficial from the viewpoint of individual SSCs or Hindu undivided family, partnership farm, company, body of individuals, local authority, and so on. As far as the new system of income tax is concerned, this new income tax system may be beneficial to the SSC in the sense that the government of India has been reducing income tax rates for those SSCs who are actually opting for the new tax system. I mean, if the SSC's taxable income is actually not exceeding rupees 4 lakh, then naturally the amount of tax would be taken as nil. Then if the taxable income level is exceeding rupees 4 lakh but not 8 lakh, I mean, then in this case the rate of tax should be taken as 5%. Then between rupees 4 lakh and 4 lakh and 8 lakh, it is actually 5%. Then between 8 lakh and rupees 12 lakh, the relevant rate should be taken as 10%. And so on up to 15%, 20%, 15%, 20%, 25%, and finally, when the taxable income of the SSC is exceeding rupees 24 lakh, no, then naturally the highest rate of income tax will be applicable as being 30%. I mean, therefore, under the new system of income tax, the SSC is supposed to pay income taxes at lower rates, you see, but at the same time, it has been specifically provided that the SSC cannot claim a number of exemptions and deductions which are otherwise available to the SSCs under the old income tax system. I mean, therefore, the important question is which of the two income tax systems should be treated as beneficial from the viewpoint of individual SSC or HUA, partnership firm, company, association of persons, and so on. I mean, in this case, one more important point should also be taken into consideration. As far as the old system of taxation is concerned, standard deduction is available up to a maximum of rupees 50,000. But under the new system of income tax, the maximum limit of standard deduction is actually rupees 75,000. I mean, and one more significant observation in this connection. There is a particular section of the Income Tax Act that is known as Section 87A. Under Section 87A, rebate is actually available to the SSCs who are operating either under the old tax system or under the new tax system. I mean, as far as the old tax system is concerned, rebate under Section 87A will be applicable or will be granted to the SSC only when his taxable income is not exceeding rupees 5 lakh. But as far as the new system of income tax is concerned, no, rebate under Section 87A will be allowed to the SSC up to a maximum level of taxable income being rupees 12 lakh. Therefore, under the new tax system, the SSC is not required to pay any amount of tax, you see, as long as his taxable income is not exceeding the limit of rupees 12 lakh. If the amount of standard deduction being rupees 75,000 is added further, no, then naturally under the new income tax system, the SSC concerned is not supposed to pay any amount of income tax, you see, as long as his total income before deducting standard deduction is not exceeding the limit of rupees 12 lakh and 75,000. So uh, these are just some of the important points, you see, as far as the comparative benefits and limitations of the old tax system and the new tax system are concerned. As far as my personal case is concerned, you see, till recently I used to pay my income taxes under the old tax system because I had taken heavy amount of house loan, you see, and therefore I was in a position to claim rebate under or exemption under section 24B up to a maximum of rupees 2 lakh, you see. And since the income tax rates under the new tax system are being continuously revised from year to year, see, the government of India, in fact, has been increasing the rates of, not increasing, the government of India has been decreasing or lowering the income tax rates under the new tax system as far as possible from year to year or from one financial year to another, thereby reducing thereby reducing the total amount of income tax liability of the SSC concerned. I mean, now in fact, a maximum number of SSCs have already switched over to the new system of taxation, and therefore it is definitely expected that a point will be reached, you see, where almost all the income taxes SSS will be operating under the new system of taxation, I mean, and gradually the old system of income tax will become totally irrelevant, I mean. Therefore, from my own point of view or from the viewpoint of other taxpayers, you see, each and every individual case should be examined on its own merit and and the circumstances of each particular case, you see. And finally, the SSC concern should decide exactly the exact tax system to be adopted by himself, you see, depending upon how much it is actually leading to the reduction of his tax liability or the maximization of his tax savings, I mean. These are some of the essential points or basic observations I just wanted to make regarding the comparative benefits and limitations of the old income tax system and the new income tax system. I hope I've been able to do some bit of justice to the subject, you see. Since I have forgotten to give any introduction about myself, I just want to mention that I had been acting as a professor in the Department of Commerce, Shivaji College, University of Delhi till April 2026, you see. As superannuation of my services has already taken place, I have a strong feeling that I should continue to render my services to the broader society, and it is exactly with this purpose in mind that I just want to share my knowledge with the public at large, I mean, so that ultimately social benefits are ensured as far as possible. This is all from my side today. Thanks to all of you for attending today's interactive session or lecture session, as you may call it, I mean. My sincere thanks to all of you from the core of my heart. This is all for today. Thanks again.